I came across this TikTok. I want to talk about with you. We talked about it a little bit offline, but it really bothered me. I'm not going to play the audio, but it's basically, I already watched it. It's this video of this guy, and he talks about his journey of his wife becoming very disabled. And so I'm going to read some of it to you, and this is where it starts. It says, "It's been 2.5 years since a simple tomato cage changed our lives forever." Okay, and it goes on. It's a guy here, you know, writing on here. I guess it's just the tomato cage. You said you saw this too without me. Like, I sent it to you. Oh, I don't think I sent it to you, but you saw it independently as well.
Yes.
And I guess this tomato cage went into her head or something and like really messed her up. It says they don't know if you would. They didn't know if you would make it, and if you did make it, they didn't know what your quality of life would be. Is what it says next. That's him. I don't know, messing around with charts or something. They had to get her out like in a stretcher in the hospital. But you did make it. You even excelled at times, but your recovery peaked short of being able to care for yourself. So it's, you know, videos of him taking care of his wife. You know, he's her caretaker now. "I thought I could handle the challenge of being your caretaker and husband." And it's him putting pills in certain spots and whatnot as she's doing physical therapy. "But sadly, I learned I cannot be both. The isolation and loneliness is soul-crushing at times." Very sad story. Then here's a stylized picture of him sitting outside in the rain. That's exactly what this is. And just keep in mind that the music is very somber. "I will always be your caregiver and love you, but I have to find myself again." And him doing more stuff for this video. "And please forgive me." So they get divorced. I'm assuming that that's what happened. And then he has this whole thing. This is supposed to be her schedule. And he writes, "I'm sorry" in it. Yeah. So I hate this video. I hate this entire video. And to be absolutely honest with you, I don't like this guy at all. I think he's a piece of shit. First of all, I think that you should, you know, you get married for a reason, all right? You should be with your wife for the rest of your life. Like, that's what you should be doing. Okay, so I think that he's kind of a pussy. Your wife had a tragic accident and you decided to get divorced. I don't like that, but I understand. I get it, right? We talked about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole fucking video, you don't have to announce it to anybody. You didn't have to make it a TikTok to make it viral, which is what you did, to try to make it seem like you leaving your wife in her greatest time of need is actually good, and you're the victim, because that's what this is.
I also have other thoughts on this now because I didn't pay as much attention when it was like on my own phone, because you know how I am.
Yeah.
But it seems like she's not just like a vegetable in bed.
No, she's moving around.
And like, okay, so like you'll pick up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
If, God forbid, knock on all the wood, something like that happened to one of us.
I got some wood for you to knock on. Sorry, inappropriate for the topic.
If something like that happened to one of us and either of us became each other's caretaker,
yeah,
I don't, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that like we would become any more isolated than we are already. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, from people? Yeah, well, we just kind of, we are each other's best friends.
So, like, my question, or not my question, I guess my thought is that it seems like there was other things happening in your life, and maybe now with this experience, it's making those things worse.
Like, this pushed you over the edge.
But, like, it kind of makes me kind of feel like it feels like you just don't want to be married anymore.
Yes, that's what it feels like.
And here's the thing, like, that's okay. However, like, this video was to gain sympathy and to make himself feel better. And to me, it's like one thing doesn't have to do with the other.
Yeah, no.
And especially because, like, the other thing with it too is that, like, if she has like a brain injury, like, brain injuries change your personality.
Yeah.
You know, so there's like a lot of different things that could be going on here, but he just seems like a stupid fucking douchebag.
Yeah. Like, listen, that's my thing. And listen, I get it. If maybe the marriage was already kind of on rocky road, and then after that, like, but why make this video about this? Why make a sympathy bait video that's meant to make you seem like you're the victim when your wife is fucking paralyzed or whatever, Or I don't know. I scroll down here and I look through his thing and I came across a video with his wife in it. She seems somewhat responsive. I mean, I'm gonna turn on the audio for this just for a little bit because I just found I'd never seen this before. But this is her. It says that Laura and I discussing moving her to a skilled nursing center. You know, I don't really know. I'm not gonna listen too much to it, but
I am.
I know you can't hear it, babe.
You were. I mean, you were good. You got home in December. You were good for. You were good for days when you fell. I'm trying. Well, you have a brain injury, so. But the thing is that.
Yeah, I guess she has a brain injury.
I'm trying.
So it might have changed her very fundamentally. I was trying to see how, like, you know, how different she is now. I don't know if it's just her motor functions or what. But again, my thing is, first of all, like you said, it makes sense. Maybe they just weren't doing too well before, and now this was like almost push it over the edge and whatnot.
Yeah, but it's still like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah, why are you making a fucking viral a video about it? Why are you trying to do like the scene where he sits in the fucking rain? For what? What were you, an art major? Like, what's wrong with you? Like this scene right here, he throws in there when it's fucking dude. Because this is the thing, it blows my mind. He's sitting outside in the rain. He records him. He puts his camera down on a fucking windowsill or something, and he records himself sitting in the rain so that he can add this to his compilation video about why he should divorce his wife. Like, it's as if this guy was assigned an art project just to get a divorce. You want to get a divorce? If you want to pass the divorce class, you're going to have to make a really
he's like, I'm still going to
video.
take care of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then at the end, he's like, oh, I can't be both of your... He said something like, I can't be your husband and your caretaker. And it's like, so you're going to take care of her? I still love you. Bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. You know? I doubt... You think he's going to stay here caretaker? I don't know about that. I'm still going to stay your caretaker for the money. No, I'm just kidding. That's terrible. But no, I don't know. I don't like this video. If he had just not made the video and did the thing, I would have been like, okay, I get it. Because that's like a harsh conversation, and that's not meant to be had online. That's just not meant to be had online. So it's pathetic. His wife is the victim. I get that it's stressful for him. I can understand that, and I can understand the decision. But at the end of the day, this is sympathy porn. That's all it is. And it pissed me off watching this. I think it's just pathetic. I think it's it's just a loser. It makes me angry. She's the real victim, and but we get the TikTok from his perspective. And if she does have some kind of a traumatic brain injury now, does she even get to see this? Just would she understand? Because would she understand this? Would she understand?
I really feel like
you know
this
what I mean?
guy though, he made this and thought this was it. I'm this guy.
Really
I wonder if he thought he was gonna get sympathy points from women.
You think so?
I wonder.
You think so?
What do you think about that?
I think that he erased her schedule to write "I'm sorry" on it.
But that would make me so fucking angry.
You know, all of them actually the entire schedule. I'm going to zoom in. I don't know if it zooms in for everybody, but the entire schedule says "I am sorry," and it says "I try" at the top. Oh my god, I can't do it anymore. I am so alone. Please forgive me. I can't do it anymore. I feel terrible. I just want to be free. Bro, I didn't even read this. This is horrible. I'm so alone. I farted. I think this one says I farted. I think it says I tried. I can't save you. Please forgive me. This is something. I will always love you. I forgot the milk. I don't know. I can't read this. This guy can't write for shit. This is why I'm married, because I can't write for my fucking life. My wife has to write everything for me. I miss you. I will always be here for you or something. I can't read all this. Bro, this is pathetic, dude. Your wife has a TBI or something, and you're leaving her. Okay, and now you're making a fucking middle school art project out of it. So do I think that this was to get pussy is what you're basically asking me? I never think of it from that perspective. I think that this guy's just a really bad person.
I think this guy needs to fucking grow some fucking hair on his chest. The fact that he fucking wrote that board. And I'm not, like, writing is good. To write how you feel is good. Like,
but it's for
but you
social
don't take
media.
a fucking picture of it and put it on fucking TikTok. And this shit's fucking
But it's not even. No, but it's not even
bro.
just that. He didn't just write it in a fucking journal. He erased his wife's monthly schedule progress board or whatever to write down the way he feels with a big "I'm sorry" in the middle. Like this was like this.
That's not.
Look at this.
I was gonna say though, it was probably blank because she was probably the only one who filled it in before her accident.
Yeah,
and then he found a use for it.
Yeah, true. You do that all the time for us. That's so funny. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, I hate this. And what I was trying to say before, I know it sounds weird, but I don't know. With her disability now, she might not be able to necessarily use her phone, or she may not understand TikTok anymore, or maybe she never did. I don't know. But like, it's not like she can go on there and be like, "Oh, look at this guy. Well, you're being an asshole."
But what's
Can you
even
not
worse
do that?
is what if she could?
Yeah. And now she's seeing the fucking stylized TikTok. I don't know, bro. I don't like this. It bothers me. There's something about this guy additionally bothers me. I don't know, man. I think this guy's a bad person.
Yeah.
I think he's a bad person. I understand divorcing your wife. Frankly, you shouldn't have, though. I actually don't know if I could understand that, but I don't know their situation. But the fucking board. Do I think it's for pussy though? Maybe.
Morning, it's Saturday, May 13th,
He explains
2023.
himself, apparently.
I posted a video.
I want to watch this. I want you to watch this with me. Here.
Don't crush me. I just scratched your finger to remind me of when I scratched the fuck out of you this morning.
What's up? Look at this. All right, I want to watch this. It's an apology video from him or something.
Good early morning. It's Saturday, May 13th, 2023. I posted a video, yesterday afternoon. It went viral, and it deserves some explanation because it was very, kind of artsy done, and there's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
First, yes, I am going to divorce my wife eventually. It's a very long process with everything she has to go through, so it'll be eventual. Will she ever know? No, she will never understand. That's where her cognition is. Am I going to leave her completely?
Playing.
No.
I can't even hear it. That's okay.
I said in the video, I will always be her caregiver. I will always be there, and whatever happens in the future and whoever I'm with in the future will have to understand that I have the responsibility to take care of her for the rest of her life. That's just how it's going to be. The leaving her, divorce eventually is selfish. Yes, it's for my own mental health because I was struggling with the image I had created, with Moji putting it out as being the stoic husband, always going to be by her side. It was destroying me, and it was my fault. There's no one's fault but mine. That I was just always, I was always going to be there. Many of you went to that pin, the pin thing that I since took away about the podcast I did about not leaving his wife because, but if you watch that whole podcast.
Wait, he did a. Wait, hold on. Because I can't see pins on this. It doesn't translate. It sounds like what he just told us is that he did a podcast with some podcast, whatever. And the focus of it was how he was like this stoic husband who had this disabled wife. And he was a good guy and stayed there for her. That's what it sounded like he just said. And so now maybe I'm overthinking it, but that sounds like what he just said.
He said he had a podcast about not leaving his wife.
Yeah.
Is that what he just said? Yeah. Also, when I pointed out that he had music on, I meant like he had music on, which is like an intentional thing.
Oh, I think you meant like a DMCA thing.
No.
I can't even hear it. It says relaxing Japanese style piano music.
Yeah. He's creating like an environment where he's talking about something and it sounds...
When I was trying to communicate with the podcast thing, it's one of those things where he's like the kind of guy who's like, oh, like I'm the really good husband. I'm here for my wife. I'm good. I'm blah blah. And then he created this character of himself, and now he can't handle, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like he wants to reap the rewards of everything. Oh, I'm the good husband that's with my fucking disabled wife. Oh, I can't do it anymore. Why is your life so dramatic? You know, I would understand like a podcast about that and like the struggles of it, but I don't know. Okay, let me continue.
Podcast, there is a segment where we cover my struggle with loneliness and the lack of
Get a dog
of a partner
or a dinosaur.
So yes, everything I'm doing is completely selfish. Those of you that said that, you are absolutely right. But I have no defense. I need to do this for my mental health, which is just as important as her health. And if it's,
I'm sorry,
and if I feel that
the mental health thing bothers me, because like mental health is so real, and people should do positive things for their mental health, and we all experience mental health stuff. But maybe this is just social media, especially just seeing the way this guy was talking in his last video or his artsy video. Is like, I feel like people will use mental health as a weapon all the time. I don't know.
He fucking needs pussy and someone to fucking take care of him.
Not to be rude, why not just cheat on your wife?
It's not even that. It's okay.
I'm not trying to be rude, but if she's disabled and you want to go get the fuck
thing.
or
like,
something.
If your partner can no longer provide those partner things, it makes sense that you would need somebody else to fulfill that role in order to be happy in life.
Okay, sure.
That's not the problem. The problem is his fucking video crying about it. I have an argumentative tone right now. I'm not arguing.
I get what you're saying. No, I know. Yeah, that's fine. I get what you mean. I wasn't brushing off, but like, I know sometimes that's how you talk. That's fine. No, yeah, no, true. That's the whole thing. It's like he could have just not put this on social media. And I think it's for sympathy. You think he might feast to see if he can get like a girl that's like, oh my god, what a good guy.
I think that he needs to feel like he's like okay with the decision he's making, and like the feeling that he's trying to evoke, is that the word?
Yeah, I think it is evoke,
from the situation is like, oh, like feel bad for me, like I'm the good guy.
Yeah, I'm the true victim. I'm the true victim. I'm doing the right thing. But then, like, are you though? After you get divorced, do we even believe that? You know?
And that's the thing, though. Like, the emphasis on, like, oh, I'm still going to be her caregiver. So you're telling me that, like, if your wife needs intimate care, like, all that stuff, you're still going to have her living in your house? Like, that doesn't make sense. What does make sense to me, and maybe this doesn't even have anything to do with it. In this situation, it does make sense, though, that, like, maybe if she was in, like, a supportive facility or whatever, you still would be, like, the person making, like, decisions and stuff.
Sure.
That makes sense.
Wouldn't he lose that right, though, if he got divorced?
I don't know. I think that.
Do you think that if they're?
Yeah, I mean, like all of this, like there would have to be like law plays a part in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like healthcare proxies are like an official thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could still have like your exes be like your person or whatever, and like it does make sense, right? Like if his wife is debilitated,
I guess that would be the word. Yeah.
Whatever, like. They're no longer going to be able to be together. So, like, yeah, like, he should be able to, like, move on and, like, continue to have a life.
Yeah. Someone said he probably saw comments of women saying he's such a good guy in the beginning, and women saying that they want a guy like that, and he wants...
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. I just... that's the whole problem I have, is just the announcement of it, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like once you start announcing
and he took a video of himself fucking crying from the back, bro.
Yeah, in the rain.
Grow
Dude,
up.
The rain. Like, how cliche. You know, it's not about struggle and silence. Talk to people in your personal life. That's it. Like, if something like this happened to one of us, I imagine that we would be talking to our parents or our family or our friend. We wouldn't be able, you know, and since we are already content creators, maybe we would go online and like maybe I don't even know about that.
If we did, it would be the conversation of like starting a video like we're making the decision to do this.
Yeah, and there wouldn't be like music in the background. There wouldn't be fucking a stylized video of you crying in the rain or a fucking art project on your wife's, you know, your wife's calendar, you know, for about. It's just so sympathy, but it'd be like, hey, this is happening and it sucks and it is what it is. It's so disconnected, you know.
That's the best way forward, and that's the best way forward. She will never know the difference. I can tell you that. I won't promise you, but I can tell you that she will never know the difference just from the way her cognition is.
This doesn't even make it better for
but
me.
for my supporters,
because the fact
thank
that
you.
she doesn't know the difference to me, it's almost like and I have a very negative interpretation of this person, but it's like she won't even know the difference. Who cares? Like that's what I'm getting out of this, rather than what he's trying to at least communicate, whether it's his honest opinion or not, is that like, well, she won't know the difference, so it doesn't really like. Well, it's the same thing. Oh, who cares? But in a good way, you know. Oh, but she doesn't really know. She's just a fucking idiot. That's what it sounds like he's trying to basically say.
And like I don't believe that at all. I think that even the people with like the most unfunctioning brains, like they still know.
Yeah, she's gonna know something. Like again, I think it's relevant for anybody who might be watching this video or segment that you are like a behavioral specialist and like working with people like that. Like it sounds like she has a traumatic brain injury. There are people in some of your houses that have TBIs. Like they're not stupid. They know things are happening. She's gonna know that something substantial is going to change in their relationship, and she's gonna get sad. Like it's probably, if anything, this is just a cope from him.
Even like I'm gonna try not to go into a rant, but like the aspect of paid supports or what supports are in your life.
Yeah.
People notice who's taking care of them, and when that person is no longer like around as much or not.
Yeah,
they know that difference.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that you talk about, how you're not really supposed to get allowed to even hug people in these houses, even though they've come to see you like family, because they don't want you getting too close to them, because if you leave, they get sad and it's like a loss in their life because you are effectively family to them. That's gonna happen here. This woman's gonna be fucking devastated, and she might not be able to communicate, hey guys, I'm really sad and devastated, but it's gonna fuck her up. Like, she's able to talk. We saw the little bit of that video. She's able to speak. She's able to communicate. Like, he's just doing this to try to make him seem like a good person. I don't like this guy. I feel like I like this guy. I dislike this guy a lot more than you. I don't know why. I'm just like, this makes me very angry.
Well, I think that, like, some of your biggest values, and I also think that,
I wasn't trying to say that in like you're not a good person way, but like this is
no,
really
I don't
charging
think
me
that
up.
you were
Like,
saying that at all.
me.
I think this is hitting you in like a personal area, because especially since we've gotten married, like you, like I don't know, you've changed, but in a good way. Like
my pants, like my underwear.
What?
Like my underwear? Change my underwear.
Yeah.
Sometimes
sorry, I can't hear with this thing in my ear.
Oh yeah, it's hard to speak with it. Yeah, I get that.
You're like, you've just not to like, I hope I'm not insulting you, like you've grown up a lot since we've gotten married, and I think that your values have become stronger, and I think that the way that the both of us think about life as we've gotten married has like improved, really. We value life so much more, and I think that like your number one role right now is as a husband, and so I think like in combination with your like role as a husband and all of your values, like something like this goes like 100% against what you believe in, and like when something goes against your morals or your values, like you have a very difficult time like tolerating any of that.
Yeah, I understand. That's been a long time problem of me.
I don't think that it's a problem, but I'm just saying this is just like striking.
Well, I get a little yes and no sometimes, like a little black and white when it comes to like, I get what you're, because I that's one of the things I've noticed as me as a person, because I've been trying to think about, trying to be a better person, is that sometimes I do get very black and white on stuff, and like I can be like a little toxic sometimes, But let's finish this video. It's almost over.
Who left those kind and beautiful comments, and for those people who had their own experiences and shared them and defended me, I appreciate that. And for those of you who are criticism, totally valid. I understand, till death do you part. You shouldn't take it if you're not going to do it. I get it, and I appreciate you pointing out that that's not how you feel. So all I'll do going forward, this isn't going to be instant. It's all going to be all at once. She'll never know that this is that the process. She just won't remember. So that's it. But I'm always going to be there for her medical needs. So, and that's the best I can say. Good early morning. It's Saturday, May 13th.
What do you mean?
Like, you and I are different in the way that like this like fucking angers you.
Yes.
That you think about it.
Yeah.
And like for me, this angers me. I'm like, you're just so fucking dumb. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Like you want to,
Like, it's
you
so
like
stupid that it's not even
I know
worth
what you
like
mean.
fucking thinking
Like
about.
your anger manifests, and like I don't even want to engage with this person anymore.
You know, because
Yeah.
the other thing that just popped into my head now is like, oh, she's not even gonna know. Okay, so you're telling me that like your like intentions are to find like a partner, so then you're just gonna keep your fucking ex-wife. You're still gonna care for her medically, but then you're gonna keep her fucking hidden. You're not gonna introduce your new partner to her.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is just like fucking dumb, and like I just don't fucking care.
I think he's a bad person.
You know.
I think he's a bad person.
But that's so I was just going to say again, like very black and white. I don't think that he's a bad person.
Yeah.
But I think that he sucks and he's being fucking stupid. And really, the problem is that he needs to be quiet.
Yeah.
Be fucking quiet.
Yeah.
Don't share this.
Yeah.
Like, go do whatever you're doing, and like don't broadcast it because you're being shitty.
Yeah.
And like, you got to do what you have to do, but just be quiet.
Yeah, he could have just not made a fucking artistic video about it, which I mean, I'm starting to agree with you more that he was just looking to get other girls by doing it, basically.